Hello everyone! Welcome to another World of Warships stream! This does happen. I was gonna do it yesterday, and I just didn't. I wanted to do Diablo. Mostly because I was feeling under the weather. Didn't have the most brain power. Even today, I'm still feeling a bit under the weather and don't have the most brain power, so, you know, there's that. Fun time all around. I also apologize if I clear my throat a lot. I will try to do it away from the microphone, but this microphone is also very sensitive and will probably still pick it up even if I try doing it far away. As mentioned, I'm feeling under the weather. But I did this silly thing at the beginning of this year called committing to streaming 150 times. Like, that was my New Year's resolution for myself, to basically prove to myself I could still do it. And I'm not there yet. I will be by Christmas Day if I can keep this up. Hence why I'm streaming so much. But yeah, we're going to be working on basically the two new battleship lines that I have started. Of the Nebraska line and the Umahari line. So far between the two of them, as much as I've played Umahari more, I think I'm liking the Nebraska line more just because of the American 406s. And even though I have fewer guns in the front, the American 406s just feel better. Plus, there's situations where, you know, these guns are more useful. I mean... Umahari, I've had multiple instances where I'm like, man, I really wish I had the ability to fire more than 4 guns. Because, like, she's accurate, but she's not accurate enough to make up for the difference in having, you know, missing out on 2 shells. By that same token, I have also had moments where I've been playing Nebraska and have been like, man, I really wish I had 3 more guns. So... But at least having the 6 in the front is a lot more comfortable for me as someone who has played up through the French line. So that's 8 guns in the front on the French line, but still close enough. You still feel the difference, though that mostly comes in broadside shots because the French tend to be less accurate. Now, I will also probably grab another tech tree to work on throughout this if I start getting bored of these same ones. I've got a lot of tech trees to work on. Like, I mean, I think I'm done. No, I'm not quite done Gata yet. Got Surrey. Really don't. I liked the idea of the British heavies, and then as I've been playing through them, they've just been sad, so I stopped. Yeah, I've got quite a few tech trees to still work on. A lot of which I just need to buy the next ship. Which is probably where these tech trees are going to land. I'll probably actually get, Adatara. But I may not buy Delaware until I know how the hybrids are going to work out in Wargaming's new system. Because, well... if they're not worth it, then they're just simply not worth it. I'm not going to bother with them, so I'll just keep Nebraska, and, yeah. But I'm going to start with Nebraska today. I don't think anything has gotten the feedback channels on their Discord as riled up as their proposed carrier changes. Because there's a lot of people who are like, yeah, it's a great change. It's like, yeah, you're not carrier players. It's good to know. Though, I mean, they may have added more information via their stream and just not put it in text that I don't know about, which might make me like the change. I doubt it. Like, I've heard some people mentioning apparently staying in attack mode is an option. Which, if it is, then I guess I'll just be playing my carriers from attack mode all the time. Or using travel mode to basically get to halfway across the map and then swap to attack mode and stay like that the whole time. But I kind of doubt that'll be the case because that would make carrier spotting more effective, not less effective, if you could then stay in the new mode, like stay in combat mode all the time. Because, you know, the whole point is to make them less effective at spotting. If they could use travel mode to get to halfway across the map and then switch to combat mode to go spot and kill things, that's not going to make them less effective at spotting. That's going to make them more effective, which is giving me the impression attack mode is literally... The travel and attack modes are what we already have. That isn't going to change, just how the planes work in the modes is going to change. Which is going to suck, because if that is the case, then, you know, these are going to be near useless. I mean, they'll fill in the time between main gun salvos, I suppose. Currently, they're near useless, but that's because they drop in a very predictable pattern that means I'm probably never going to hit with more than 2, maybe 3 bombs if I get a good run-up. And, well, there's only 5 bombs. Once they get upgraded, I could see these being good. I'm not saying these dive bombers are always bad. The non-upgraded dive bombers are kind of mediocre. Is more or less what I'm saying. Well, 2 bomb hits. I want to open fire, but I'm broadside to over there. Liz gone detected. In a randoms, this would be very stupid. The fact that this is against bots and they aim center mass, this isn't a terrible idea. I'm being shot at. I want to get this island between me and them, basically. So I'm going to poke around the side of this island. Let's deal with that. Hopefully. No. Oh, the cruiser died. It's a mains, not surprised. Oh, the Ruprecht is about to die. He pushed way too far forward. I'm not really surprised. Is he gonna go for the ram? Looks like it. Annoying, but you know what? I'm not gonna complain. That's one less thing I have to fight. So... Wargaming. There's nothing here. Wargaming. How am I supposed to know what's here? This is a sheer drop-off cliff. There's presumably nothing here. Why is my ship spinning? Wargaming. Wargaming. What is... None of this is how this works. If I could move, that would be great. I thought you fixed this, Wargaming. You know, by making the area in which you get stuck around islands the island, not, you know, invisible terrain under the water that you can't see. And I would have put that fire out immediately. I'm still gonna have to be really careful here, because that's a lot of ships. Yeah, this is not going well, to say the least. If I hadn't gotten stuck, I probably had some good targets of opportunity. But I got stuck on nothing, because of course I did. That's just how this works. Okay, what is my buddy? A Sejong. Okay. Don't know if I could bomb him. Not at 2 kilometers. So I'm just gonna hold them. Because I can do that at 2 kilometers. And now I don't need to eat the AA as I take off. Thank you, American Dispersion. I love you too. Sejong, please don't die. God damn it. God damn it. Ah! Close range cruisers. Why do my cruisers never do that? It's because I'm not good at aiming battleship guns. That's why. I don't want to push too far forward because... I really don't want to let things just paddle the shit out of me. You know, gonna be real, these secondaries feel more accurate than they really probably should be. It's making me too tempted to try a secondary build. Oh, ah! Why? Why, Dispersion? Why do you do this? I should be more than done with this Dallas by now. It's probably gonna survive. Finally. I ended up pushing out too far. That's good. Zara has 12 torps. Well, 12-kilometer torps. I should specify that. I shorten it for my own sake, because... let's be real, it's more valuable to just say the number that the torpedo reaches than the number of torpedoes. As a reminder to yourself of how many exist. I don't think I'm gonna be able to manage this. Gonna be real. I should have stayed in control of the ship a little longer. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to manage it now. Maybe if those had been some overmatched Citadels, but nope. The funny thing is, if I had been in, say, like, Odin, I probably could do this. Mostly because, like, Odin wouldn't have to have focused on that Dallas. I could have just had the secondaries do it. I wouldn't have needed to be the one to manually focus. And we also would have done better if this mains had played better, but he's a mains. I can't give him too much crap, but he definitely did not get his snowflake. That's what he was doing. That map isn't great for cruisers with no armor that need to play from open water. But there are ways to do it, and I feel like I've shown how to do it decently well. I'm not the greatest at doing it, because most maps, you have an island somewhere you can tuck up by, at least. But the general thing is, you turn away from the target. Oh boy, this map again. I'm not going to go as close to the island, because that kind of screwed me last time. I'm still going to head down towards A, because staying in open water is not a good idea for me. But I probably could have just picked up the B hull. It just occurred to me. Oh well. Hopefully the Brandenburg does not just go rushing in. Brandenburg being Odin, but with more guns. And a premium. Odin really should have just been a cruiser, with all the same stats that it has. It may have been overpowered as a cruiser, but I doubt it. If it really is an issue, just lower its accuracy. Like, Odin has cruiser HP, well, battlecruiser HP, battlecruiser guns. Like, it's a battlecruiser, it's a cruiser. I suppose Brandenburg has about the same HP, so... Naked Savetsky Soyuz over there with almost tier 10 levels of HP. As a tier 9. Okay, Destroyer is at B. Cyclone incoming. That could be helpful. Oh, are none of them out here? That's annoying. Man, my flight deck must be just coated in oil. Ow. Me, I don't want to get too close to this island. Also me, I'm getting shot. I should get close to the island. Yeah, I'll just leave the shores to the brandy. Really, game? How? Ooh, you're turning. He turned. See, I really feel like this ship has kind of the best of both worlds going on. And I can't even say the best of both worlds. The best would be if I had torpedo bombers instead of dive bombers. Oh, this could hurt. Forward! Please do not have your guns already pointed this way. Good, you don't. Goodbye! 2 overpens. Of course! Ah! No, there's gonna be torps on the way. Okay. What is left cruiser-wise? A New Orleans. Oh, I'm not terribly worried about that at all. It doesn't have torpedoes. And that's a tasty King George. I want the George. Aww. Dispersion said no. American Dispersion is such a wild ride, man. Like, until tier 9-10, you have basically worse than German Dispersion with American Sigma, is basically how it goes. Because you have the exact same dispersion formula as the Germans. But you can't equip aiming mod. Because you have artillery plotting. Man, 33 secondary hits. That's weird. I wasn't expecting to even get any ever. I mean, I know I'm playing from really close up, but this is more secondary hits than I was expecting. Like, quite a few more than I was expecting. And, hey, it's past 6 AM, so this is a thing now. Yay, a container. I'll get to this in a second. Let's see. Yes, I can... Ooh, but I could buy the bombers. I could just... It's one more battle. The B-hull is probably much more important. Just a mount. It's like one more battle. And then I'll have that. Let's see. Do I get... I mean, I'll take it. I need signals. I need signals. I know I could buy signals with coal, but that's the thing. I can't bring myself to spend coal on signals. Especially where some of them are very expensive for what you get. And I think my thing in here is just a flag, yeah. This will be tomorrow. Because I've got... yeah, just this left. Though tomorrow I'll have this. I think. It's not exactly hovering, showing when it'll be updated, though. It'd be nice if that was still around. I am almost through this. The only thing I hit is that I really wish these still came with a premium package. Because, like, I have some of those sitting around. I can link a bonus package, because I've got a couple from literally the first year that at least I knew of that they had those camos. I got a couple of them for free. And then they did the camo change, and, you know, I mean, it's a cool-looking camo, don't get me wrong. I like the camo. I mean, look at this. This looks good. But, like, I just can't bring myself to bother with it. Also, I should put some flags on this. Let's see. Canada. Eagle Union. I wish I knew what the actual accuracy of these guns were. Because, like, it feels higher than normal. Could just be I've not been within range with, like, North Carolina to really ever use them. Which, like, I could work on NC as well, but... I think I'm almost through NC. Yeah. Not a huge amount of point working on it when I'm almost done with it, and I don't really have the silver for Iowa. I don't have the silver for any of the tier 9s. That's what I'm hoping to gather up through working on the both tier 8s. Is the silver for at least one of the tier 9s. Though I'll have most of the silver for the tier 9s with the Japanese ones, because I'll probably just sell Yumehari. It's not a huge amount of point hanging on to it. I really need more signal flags. I'm so tempted to just buy them. But, like, that's a lot of coal for 20 flags. It's a lot of silver for 20 flags. Like, there's a few of these in here that aren't bad. Like, these. 20 for 16. If they were all this price, that'd be nice. Because at the very least, this works out to spending coal is better than grabbing the signal containers. Unless you get really lucky with a signal container. Though I don't think the signal containers can give you the same signal twice. But they give, I think it's 5 per drop. So, like, 2 containers is 20 flags. That's great. This is 4 containers is 20 flags. Six containers is 20 flags. And it just keeps kind of climbing until it reaches the 64 where it plateaus, and then... yeah, then you get up to 10 containers per flag. And that's just a lot. I will be very curious, though, to see how their carrier rework works out. But, like... it ain't gonna be pretty. Because, like... okay. Before the carrier rework, I distinctly remember this, and I was kind of one of these players, too. Who basically... destroyers needed a nerf. Like, they kinda did. They still kinda do. Oh, Jesus. I just... Wargaming. What is this match? That's so many destroyers. Well, I guess I'm loading HE. Speaking of destroyers... well, like, it's the only counter to a destroyer that you can count on is a destroyer with better concealment. Like, that's about it. Because you can't count on radar. Matchmaking is not that friendly to always put a radar to counter a destroyer. It does always put a destroyer to counter a destroyer. So that basically meant that, and you still see it in battles, you know, where there are no aircraft carriers and there are no radar cruisers, the team with the better destroyers just wins. There's no arguing it. They just win. Because there's not enough in the game to counteract destroyers. Under the old carrier system, yeah, destroyers were countered just as easily as, well, easier than the new carrier system. In the few games I played of RTS carrier, I torpedoed multiple destroyers with Hosho. Like, I not only spotted, but torpedoed them to death. Because under the old system, they were just as vulnerable to carriers spotting them. Only carriers had a lot more aircraft to use for spotting them. Smoke up, little buddy. I don't think he's gonna make it. Nope. See if I can finish off the Jervis at least. Oh, I am collided with an island right here. Well, I can get shots off at the Rook. Let's try again to take out the Jervis. I'd rather take out the ship than have to deal with it later. This is a moment where I really wish I had British bombers. If I had British bombers, this wouldn't be an issue. If I had the upgraded bombers, this probably wouldn't be an issue. Damn it. Oh, and I'm alone because he charged straight in. Good. Good, I love that for me. There's a destroyer down there, and I don't know what destroyer it is. Yeah, I've been trying, Bismarck. That's probably led too much. Okay, it's a Shiratsu 10-kilometer torps. Finally! This isn't exactly the best path to be taking to the island, but I'm doing it so the Shiratsu can't hit me with torpedoes, hopefully. Oh, there's a sign-op over there. I didn't even notice. I'm dead. I am so dead. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm not the only one that can deal with the cap. Y'all can deal with it, too. Come on, guns. Turn. Turn, 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 turn. I need to just put that out. Man, I wish this flight deck damage saturated. That would be cool. I'm just glad Gaja does not have the torp reload booster. As much as this would royally suck when it happens, it would be kind of funny if incoming shells could damage aircraft as they were taking off. Bismarck. The center isn't safe yet, Bismarck. God damn it, dispersion. Please just die already, Colorado. No, of course not. God damn it. Ah. Can I have aiming mod, Wargaming? Take your plotting room and shove it and just give me aiming mod. Ah. I should have just finished off the Colorado. But I was kind of hoping those bombers would do it. Ah! This sucks so much. I'm dead. Oh, no. 100 health. Come on, guns. Please no. No. Yes! Finally! It's dead. That only took far more than it should have. Jesus Christ. Ah! Why do the American battleships have to be so screwed over? Like, when this thing works well, it works. The problem is, you're fighting against default dispersion, which is not a fun time. I mean, like, let's see, 19-1. Yeah, that right there should tell you exactly why this isn't fun. This is a secondary build. If you didn't believe me, it's the same dispersion formula. It's the same dispersion formula. Only American dispersion is pretty round. It's almost as tall as it is wide. So, like, at times I almost wish I had German dispersion on this thing, like German Sigma. It'd be nice. Like, there's also times where I'm glad I have the American, don't get me wrong, but like, man. I almost want to just wait for that battle to finish to play this again. Because that'll put me right at the edge of this, which should help. This will help a lot. What would also help a lot is being able to put aiming mod on, but no, you gotta have the artillery plotting room modification, which is an upgrade that nobody uses as a slot 6 because it's terrible, and I don't understand why anyone uses as a slot 3 because it's also still terrible. Like, the extra range isn't helping. Your dispersion is still bad. You're just wasting salvos. I mean, I have this on here because why not? The turret traverse might be worth it, but also that's another upgrade I just don't tend to use. And Delaware is going to be much the same. I already know it because I doubt this turret has great fire angles. Well, that 38 plating may not be bad. That is definitely an interesting armor scheme. Yeah, that plating isn't going to be... I mean, unless I can get a good angle, like this-ish, I don't think it's really worth even trying for. This is gonna suck. It'll give some bounces, but it's also going to take a lot of damage. At least there's less room to get completely messed up. Ooh, that's superstructure. Okay. So that's a thing to note then. The front parts of the flight deck are superstructure, so those will damage saturate. It's auxiliary plating that doesn't. So, you know, all of this doesn't damage saturate. This doesn't damage saturate. If you are facing one of these things down and you have 19 millimeters or more of HE penetration, just melt it. I mean, y'all saw how quickly that Gajamada was ripping my health away from me. There we go. Game was kind of bugged out there. I need some coffee. So, well, there we go. Hey, that was a victory. I'm not quite at the 30,000, but I'll spend the tiny bit of free XP to just give me. I'm still going to go and grab some coffee before I go into another battle. That will help greatly, because that's, you know, 20 HE shells every 102 seconds. Not 20. 10. Is it 20? 10? It's 10. That's what I meant to say. If I didn't say it, then I'm dumb. But we all already knew that. Like, that's literally how I tend to look at carrier armament, is their most accurate similarity. Like, this is basically some Yamato HE. Like, it's basically Yamato HE. So against a tier 6, this is gonna hurt like hell. This. Against a tier 10, I mean, it'll still hurt, but it's not gonna be as devastating. Because, well, you simply have more HP. But yeah, I need coffee. I'll be back. I'm not also, I just want to clarify in case anyone is now currently fuming that I said that those wouldn't hurt. They're still gonna hurt. You're still gonna feel it. It's just, you'd feel it as much of a Yamato hit you with an HE salvo. You might actually feel the Yamato HE salvo more because these bombs have a much higher chance of shattering. Yeah, I will be right back. I return. Grab my last signal container. I miss when events gave signal flags instead of just economic bonus flags. Because, like, that... I know I've mentioned that before. You get the veteran players being like, man, you get so many, why would you ever... It's like, okay, you clearly haven't played a huge amount in the last bit. Because you don't really get these from events anymore. And that's where the majority of your signal flags came from. It's the same with all the veterans that are like, oh, when they got rid of the flags from achievements, it's like, no, that's not the change that caused you to stop plussing on flags. The change that happened that caused you to stop plussing on signal flags is they stopped giving them away as part of events. They also removed the daily flag rewards. Like... Hell, this month you're not getting any of the stuff that you would normally have gotten. Because this is the battle pass for this month. And, well, where's the more signal containers? You know. Wargaming has been doing their level best to make sure you don't have signal flags. Like... It's, quite a thing. So I don't think I've ever actually looked at this thing. Storage. Let's see. Okay, so basically Scania guns, but instead of 2 turrets, it's 4 turrets. I've actually yet to do my holiday shopping, Navy Looker. Though, there's a reason for that, is, my holiday shopping is going to be done basically just digitally through Steam. And currently, my phone and capture card are both showing signs of dying. So, I'm basically putting it off till the last minute to do holiday shopping in case I absolutely need the money for myself that I have set aside for gifts. Which I'm gonna feel awful about. But I need a phone. I don't need the capture card, so if it dies, I might just let it be dead for a while. It'll suck, but the phone is the important part. I have too many things through 2-factor through my phone. I need a phone. I can't not have a phone. Also, hello, Alice. Just the great thing about having your, like, 5-6-year-old phone finally decide to start dying. And yes, this is a hybrid battleship carrier. Oh boy. Okay. 6 406s. 5 dive bombers every 102 seconds. Basically 103. Which now that I have these upgraded, they're going to kind of hurt. Honestly, the gameplay here is a lot like Legends. I've played both. Nice, Alice. I've actually been playing away at the latest Pokemon DLC for Scarlet. The only main difference in pure gameplay I would note is that it doesn't automatically adjust your zoom level to the ship you're looking at, which can make aiming at things like the Russian destroyers or French destroyers kind of difficult. No, don't. Guys, where are you going? Why are you two going that way together? Oh, this is not going to be a fun time. And I'm drifting too much. My focused sector, but that's fine. I'm just gonna chill mostly right here, because the bots will come to me. And there's a fun thing about these hybrid battleships. The flight deck doesn't damage saturate, so you really don't want your flight deck being shot. Nebraska is like 50% flight deck. Yeah, I have the main guns and the planes. While flying the planes like this, I cannot control the guns of the ship. I can still control the ship via autopilot. So, like, I could still move if I absolutely wanted to, or at least start moving. Okay, that wasn't the best. Oh, Amalfi, you have probably pushed way too far forward, my friend. I didn't lead that enough. At the very least, it's still burning. Until the sturdy killed it, but, you know. Yeah, those missed. I should have looked at the mini-map. He was turning. I'm being very careful because, once again, this flight deck is not a good time. The sturdy probably has those, honestly. Oh, I'm more consistently hitting with 3 bombs. He's turning. So is he. Random battles can last easily up to 20 minutes. These can generally be over a lot sooner. But this is asymmetric battles, so this is basically small number of real players against a large number of lower tier bots. Ow. Oh, that's not good for my health. Mass. 8, 5? Or is that the American one? That's the American one, I think. I can't tell, it's so far away. Blah. Did not lead that enough. I'm gonna go for the Bayern. Nebraska is not playing nice this game. Okay, should be mostly good from the rook. American. Got it. I can never remember if that thing's... Yep, 406s. Same guns as you find on NC. I think literally the exact same guns that are from North Carolina. Okay, the Bayern's probably dead, but I'm still not gonna rule it out yet. Okay, it is dead. Cool. I should really still be in control of my ship, but I see the opportunity to hit the rook. And if I can light a single fire, that would be great. And I lit 3. That sucks. The AI does not put out a single fire. It will, however, put out 2 fires. Or 3 fires. Thanks, American Dispersion. Love you too. I need to keep moving. The rook is in too unfortunate of a position for me, because it has torpedoes. And there's one on the way now, I can almost guarantee it. There they are. Damn it. Yeah, 2 kilometers is definitely too close. Guys, you do not need to be in formation. You can just go. Why did I aim high? Brain, why did we aim high? It's a rook. Aw. Might agree if I'd actually got the kill. There, Zach. Yeah, I enjoy asymmetric battles, which is why I'm playing it. I've also done a shitload of randoms. But 406's 19-kilometer range. I think that's almost basically NC. Yeah, 21. Actually, see, 13-1. Yeah, same guns NC has. So no super heavy AP, but doesn't really need it. Because the super heavy starts at Iowa. Which it appears Delaware does get. So that'll be nice. Or Louisiana. I don't think this turret's ever gonna get used. I can't imagine that has good fire angles. Though, it might, I don't know. And also, as I've mentioned a few times this stream, but I will mention again, yes, I am using secondary mod on here. No, this is not a secondary build. It's just here because the rest of these are equally as bad, and this is funny. Yeah, they put a quad turret there as furniture. Because Delaware also has a turret in the rear, but it might actually get to be used because it's just a dual turret. So it'll probably actually have better turret angles. Though, given how close the flight deck is, it still might not. I won't know until I get there. I don't know its turret angles. It'll probably play the exact same, though, of just poke the front guns around an island and sit there. Oh boy, this again. Carrier, please tell me you know what you're doing. There's a lot of cruisers. I don't think I'm going to push much past this island. I have the range to not have to push further. And the bots like to make a beeline straight for your cap, which is why I'm not pushing forward that much. Because standard battle. This is the one time I will excuse a carrier for hiding behind these islands at spawn. Please tell me he's gonna do it. He is moving. Okay, it looks like he is going for it. Thankfully, he's not going for this island. I've seen some carriers do that because, oh no, the bots might rush into the cap and find them behind that one. It's like, yeah, but you're closer to the bots. You'll kill them so much faster. Seattle, where are you going? Are you not aware you're a Seattle? I don't think he's aware he's a Seattle. Sir, please. Where are you going? I think he's going for that island. Okay, well, okay. It's not the worst island, but why? And I missed the Leander. Of course I did. I would go for the Valk, but it's gonna get itself spotted easily enough. If I actually had to care about air losses, I wouldn't be going for the Helena. Thankfully, I don't have to care. Yeah, I think I didn't lead that enough. Forgot how fast Helena accelerates. Which I know sounds silly, but like I'm used to shooting at those, and Seattle doesn't accelerate. Thanks, American Dispersion. I love you too. Okay, I'm within torp range. Gotta get some reversing going on. Nah, that's not worth it. This kind of isn't either, but... Because, you know, sign off. Those should miss. Gods, I am sucking right now. Okay. Yeah, let's do something a bit bold. Lovely overcuts. I'm going to hit him with my sword. Nah, it's more just a case of I was moving, so I didn't potentially eat a deep water. Still almost ate one, but... Ah, I'm eating a French torp. Secondaries, please. Hello, Skula. This is gonna hurt. Or not. Sign up didn't really deal damage. Wow! Luckiest Ismail ever! I need to keep maneuvering because of the Champhon. Ow. I think I took more damage from the Ismail than he took from me. I just noticed there's an Atlantico over there. That's a funny ship. That's more like it. Now, sir. Sir, that kinda hurts. I'd appreciate it if you stopped. Aw, he stopped. It's just not the stopping I wanted him to do. Sorry, said John. I see a more juicy target. I'm not gonna make it because it dropped fighters. Maybe I will. Aw, I didn't get any in the little window. Ranger has such a massive weak spot on the back of its ship. Or on the back of the ship. It's great. That little gap, you can basically citadel it with anything through that. This includes rockets, destroyer HE, basically anything. You will citadel it through its rear. Yeah, American Tier 8s are in an awkward position. Their guns on paper are great. When their guns work, they're great. But you're fighting basically with German dispersion. You'd probably have better luck with a German, like with Bismarck hitting things consistently than like Nebraska or NC or whatever the fat one is. Kansas. I can never remember the names of them. Just because, well, at least Bismarck can equip aiming mod. The aiming mod is great. It all just comes down to the fact that the Americans don't get aiming mod. They get this instead, which is not worth it. The Germans, who have the exact same dispersion formula, can equip this to give themselves 7% better dispersion. And given dispersion's a circle, that's technically more than 7% off of your dispersion. Not saying the Germans should use this. There's no reason why they shouldn't, but at the same time, they do have cool secondaries. It's like you can use them, but they're not the greatest. Like, the tier 9 and 10 gain access to this, which is a better version of aiming mod. But you only gain access to the 6th upgrade slot at tier 9. So tier 9 is when they become decently accurate. And, you know, can't make use of this upgrade, which I'm honestly not sure which I want on any of my American battleships. Because, like, the dispersion upgrade would be nice. Reloading faster would also be nice. Basically deciding whether to throw more shit at the wall or have more of the shit I throw at the wall stick. Yay, not a standard battle. I can move up. What is with me? A Schroeder. That's a battleship, basically. Is that the one that has the funky repair party? I think it is. Super long duration, but doesn't heal as much per tick. But lasts forever. Basically giving it just passive HP regen for the most part. The only thing that I really have issue with this battleship line is how they basically have to play in randoms. Because, like, you definitely want to be as far away from the opposing team as possible in this thing, while still being able to fire your main guns. Basically meaning in a random battle, I probably would be quarter impulsing towards the other team. But that also means I'm not really doing my job as a battleship and spotting things. Not spotting things, tanking things. Yeah, my job's spotting. Technically, battleships spot a lot. My brain is not working the greatest. I am under the weather. I can speak. Battleships do an amazing job at tanking damage. Unless they have this giant tumor on their back. Against the bots, getting close works because the bots aim for center mass. They aim like your secondaries aim. So basically, once you get close enough, they won't aim for your flight deck anymore, because they're not aiming for the flight deck in the first place. They're aiming center mass. Let's see if I can get bombs away on the fire again. Well. Probably could have, but it got detonated. I'll turn back out this way because there's almost certainly torpedoes in the water from something. See if my fighters can spot anything. There we go. Like, when the dispersion works for you, it works, but the issue is making it work. Is that... Okay, that'll have torpedoes. I think. I don't see... nope, there they are. And Rook has torpedoes, obviously. Well, Leander, if you could, like, screw off, little buddy, that'd be great. I don't have time for you. Go, go, gadget secondaries! Wow, that sucked. Okay. And it's turning its guns towards me. Thankfully, they're just British, so it shouldn't really cause too much damage. Yeah, it hits the superstructure anyway. Well, the flight deck. Wait, where am I going? I should not be going that way. This way, if the carrier gets spotted, I can shoot at it. The poor little Ryujo, I think it is. Yeah. Now, I will note, how I am playing this thing is not how you should be playing it in randoms. I feel like that's obvious, but I want to repeat that. Because, like, this is not how you should be playing this ship in randoms. What works against bots does not work against players for the most part. Mostly because, like, you can expect the bots to be stupid. Because this is asymmetric battles. This is not randoms. This is asymmetrics. So, 5 players versus 12 bots of lower tier. Previous iterations of Asymmetric were more fun, because the bots were kind of smarter. But you get really good XP from Asymmetrics, so just makes more sense to me to play through them to grind out a tech tree than randoms right now. Especially because it's Sunday, and the weekend always brings out the best players. Not everyone that only plays on the weekend is bad, but the majority of them are. And it can get really frustrating. Yeah, like last year's asymmetric battles were definitely better because the bots were smarter. They also cheated, but you know. The bots last time, they had asymmetrics. The moment you launched torpedoes against them, they would start dodging those torpedoes. Like, the absolute moment you launched them. Didn't matter how far away you were. Considering you win more often, yes. Because, I mean, 15k per win... and I've lost once, you know. That is with a blue booster. But the XP gain seems roughly on par with randoms. And you're winning more often, so. You'll get about the same. I mean, I could always give that a test run. Let's see if I don't utterly fail in Nebraska. Let's go, blue boosters. Let's do some science. It is the weekend, so this will probably be a loss. But, I can compare it to my loss, so... I don't think it pays more. It's just more consistent. I think they're roughly equal. But I'm not sure. Wargaming isn't exactly telling us the values, so... I'm sure someone has done it. What time is it for me? It's 7:15 a.m. Yep, Atlantic time. Given I'm in Atlantic Canada. So you're 4 hours ahead of me. Unless time change has changed that. I was pretty sure it was 4. I have a buddy in the UK from my time playing EVE Online. I haven't talked to him in a while. But that's the only game he and I played together. So, like... I started 2012, quit like 2019. Okay, standard battle. I could take that flank. Had a nice little corporation going that was basically handed to me shortly after I started playing. I had very little idea what I was even doing. Managed to grow it to a decent size. Like, we were like 70, 80 members living in Nullsec, specifically Providence. Then we got massively screwed over by the alliance that we were part of. It's more I got massively screwed over. We had about like 30 to 40 members active. Like, we were a decently sized corporation. Working with, Warped Intentions, who I find funny doesn't exist anymore. It's all part of Eve, but they ended up basically poaching my directors. And with my directors went a fair few of my active members, and that basically destroyed my corp, putting me right back to square one at a time where 2019-ish, pre-COVID, there really weren't that many people looking for new corps in Eve, so there was almost no rebuilding. Pravi was also falling apart too, so like, our home was falling apart. I had just been kicked out to the curb by the alliance I was a part of. Like, it has, but it used to be alright. Like, there was a point where you could put up your recruitment ad, and especially with my recruitment policy, because my corp had nothing worth stealing. So it was basically, you apply, you get in. That's how my policy was. Which helped fill things out, and the spies tended to leave on their own, because the spies and griefers, because there was nothing worth stealing. Like, nothing worth stealing, and most information went through me. So I just didn't share what I didn't want people to know, or knew that people didn't want people to know, kind of thing. This is such a bad position. I'm spotted. There he is. Here's the Lognavoy. There is not much down here, and that Repulse is about to get a... well, about to have a very bad day. Yep. Montpellier is not about to have much of a better day, but it's at least not going to just instantly die. Yeah, they mostly lemminged to the other side. I'm not going to get much damage out of this battle. Their battleships didn't stay over here. So I've really got to reposition. Because it's only the Montpellier and a destroyer over here. And the Sharn should have that easily. The funny thing is, This is not my main boat. This is just the one I'm currently grinding through. The funny thing is with my court members being pouched, is they were basically pouched on a promise of better revenue in another part of Nullsec. Because Warped Intentions itself was leaving Providence and basically stabbing that entire region in the back. But that's Eve. That's just what you do. I can't hold that against them. They went to join Test. Shortly before Test Alliance decided to kick Goon Swarm. Like... And we all know how well that worked out. You know, Test's big crusade into Goon space where they were going to remove Goon Swarm from the universe. We all know how well that worked out. I don't think I've led that enough. Honestly, if anything could be called my main ship in this, it would probably be either Gascon, Mogami... Yeah, Gascon or Mogami. I cannot aim. Dispersion is not helping matters, but I cannot aim. A lot. How are those still alive? Okay, the Montpellier almost isn't. So there's that. Okay, Implacable. Have the tor pits, I really don't mind. Yeah, their data doesn't exist anymore, so you can't really see it, but Warped was not good at fighting. It was great. I mean, I'm not saying my corp was terribly good at fighting either. Like, we were a bunch of miners. Like, that's what we did for the most part. And yeah, this has been a terrible battle because they all lemminged to the other side of the map. Like, Jesus. This is partially why asymmetrics, I feel, are better for grinding a new tech tree. Because, like, you don't have to worry about the bots not coming to you like you do with players. That destroyer is still alive over there. Okay. Kinda? They lower, but they don't dive drop. They're not German. They come in like that. So they lower down and then plop. Got that, Rochester? Probably. I don't have Enterprise, and I don't remember how Lexi does things, so... What is that? It's a shard. Okay. Rude. Ow. Rochester, do you mind finishing him off, please? Come on, man. Yeah, this is looking like about a 60k game. $64K, that's pretty average for a tier 8 battleship. It's not good, but I had nothing to shoot at for half of this battle. But yeah, Warped were very good scavengers. Most of their kill board was full of basically one or two members rushing to anything big being destroyed to poke at it, basically. Oh, our carrier is dead. Merciful, scout more north, please. I wish I could easily tell him that. Okay, so randoms is better, but when you consider how inconsistent doing this is... So it looks like I'd get roughly about 10k more. That was also a much higher base XP game. Like, had I not gotten those lucky citadels, I'd be down here and have made about the same amount. So randoms are better per win, but asymmetrics you're gonna win more often. I mean, even non-weekends, it's still a crapshoot, but, you know, if you're good enough, you can at least win 55% of the time. Though some ships are just cursed. Some ships are just cursed. Poor Petri. I've tried so hard to make Petri work in randoms, and I've won once. Though also, that could just be battleships aren't earning... If they kept the rules from last time, battleships actually earn less in asymmetrics. I don't feel like digging out a cruiser to do some comparisons. Though I have a cruiser I could work on, I don't want to. I hate this thing. It's so bad. Why did you have to do this, Wargaming? I would take this over freaking Buffalo. Baltimore is just better. Though Baltimore is partially better because of this. It has 9.9 detection. Buffalo, on the other hand, is 10.7. Buffalo can be spotted and not radar what's spotting it. Baltimore can't. If Baltimore is spotted and hasn't fired its guns, it can radar what is spotting it. And has basically the same reload and the same effective gun count, because you're not using Buffalo's rear guns. You're just not. They have such terrible angles. Yeah, I was at 54 for quite a while. I think I'm still technically 54. I can't see my actual win rate, but it's probably like 54.6 or 0.7. Because it's pretty difficult to push this up. Can I... Number of battles. Yeah. That could be... I suppose Charles I play more than Mogami. Anything with over 70 battles, I like. Honestly, any of them with 50 I like. I don't think there's any in that group I don't like. Seattle is close to 50. I didn't like it, but I just didn't want a free XP to Worcester. But I require some coffee, so I will be back in a minute. And I return. My nose has decided to start being stuffy, so that's fun. I don't want to get sick. I don't want my real life curse of always getting sick at Christmas to come back. That sucks. I don't even overly know why I'm working through the Nebraska line, because the carrier changes are going to make this line a lot weaker. And, like, I don't doubt people still play them, because they... I mean, at least Nebraska feels pretty fine. It's just... man... not being able to spot with these bombers is going to be very annoying. What is with me? A massa. Hopefully he knows what he's doing and doesn't just sit in the back row because he has range. The only battleship I will agree should use the range they have is this line. Should have turned on my naval battles before I did that one random. Oops, sorry, Tara. Hand twitch. Where's the reach on these? 10 kilometers. Neat. My man, how am I... Oh, don't tell me. Please don't tell me you're one of those players. Please, 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 please. Please do not be one of those players. That feels like because they have range, they should use it. You're in a brawling battleship. Get in there. Forward. W key. I mean, it's Massa. You don't have the best armor, but still. It's good enough. Nothing here overmatches. Or Fusa. It has such a bad detection radius. That is a ship I just skipped when going up the Japanese line. And, like, I know a lot of people love Fuso. But I had, when I started the game, I started down the German line. Because I think everyone does. At the time I started, the French battleships weren't a thing yet. When they were added, I swapped to the French. I had already swapped to the French for cruisers, because I just liked the look of Emile. Three non-pens and a torpit on an Alba. Good. But, like, I had played the French, and I had played Normandy. And I feel like after playing Normandy, it's understandable that you would not want to deal with another shotgun battleship. I don't think I led that enough. No, I did. Poor Ismail. That ship. Hello, Ipan Dragon. Yes, yes, risk a collision. I am aware. I probably pushed too far forward, but I wanted to make sure the Ismail wouldn't get behind the island. Mmm. Tasty Ismail. Oh, that poor ship. It doesn't deserve the bad armor it was given. I am not seeing secondaries peppering in. Is that not a secondary build massa? Why would that not be a secondary build massa? It's all the ship does. Oh, there goes some secondaries. Does it just have that bad angles? Or was he just that far behind it? Well, no, he should have been able to be hitting the Alba. I am very confused. I'm going to swap to the Alba over there because he should be able to easily clean up those two ships. Okay, time to actually get moving. I'm gonna bank on him being able to finish off the Alba. I probably shouldn't, but that's what I'm gonna do. It's not a wise decision, but it's my decision to make. Okay, he did manage it. Good job, little buddy. I really need to stop being so sarcastic towards my teammates. Oh, it's a Charles. Why are you not in open water, little man? Do you not know the joys of the 6-second rudder shift? Because man, is Charles hilarious if you outfit it right. I don't think it's quite 6 seconds, but it's really bloody fast. Okay, Massa can finish that. I don't need kill ribbons. I just need damage. I don't even need damage. Gonna shoot the Andrea, but It turned. We'll bomb the Andrea. Which really should be firing sap at me, but, you know. Okay, I left that Normandy on, like, no health. How is it still alive? There it goes. So are these enhanced dispersion secondaries? It really feels like I'm hitting more often than I should be. But that could just be I'm paying more attention to it. Jeez, I didn't even top the team. I probably would have if I had put a little more effort into getting some more kill ribbons. Who needs kill ribbons? I have actually found myself wanting a tiny bit more range. I don't think I want to pay for that, though. I don't even know how much that costs. Is there no way of seeing before you research it anymore? Does not look like it. Nah, it's not really worth it. If I absolutely needed more range, this is almost certainly cheaper. And let's be real, I'm losing nothing to equip it. I'm gaining very little, but I'm losing nothing because, well... Like, I've done this on, like, NC, and I've never really gotten that many secondary hits, but NC's secondaries are kind of in a worse position. Kinda, sorta, not really. I think because of all the crap in front of them, they may not fire forward, though. I don't know. The only thing is, I should probably stop using these boosters, because I'm going to reach the XP needed long before I get the silver needed. I'll keep using the other ones, but I'll swap off the XP one. Because literally, if I went the same length I've usually been going with streams, I could have Delaware today. Like... I almost wish more nations actually built hybrid battleships other than just Japan. Just to basically get a better idea of the actual combat effectiveness of them. Because, like... aircraft were the way forward. At least until, you know, missiles. But... and even now, aircraft launch missiles. So, you know... it's just ships launch bigger missiles. Okay, what am I with? A Pommern. You had better push forward, my man. You're a Pommern. It's literally what you do. If a German player's W key is not stuck down, then there's something very wrong. Is there any Ismails on the enemy team? No. Sadness. That's where the majority of my damage last time came from, was that poor Ismail. Yeah, well, I think of it, going up the Japanese battleship line, I didn't mind Congo. I didn't like Congo either. But I also don't believe the statistics for accuracy when it comes to Tier 5 and lower battleships. They definitely feel much more inaccurate than their stat cards say they should be, and that their hidden stats say they should be. I started really liking the line with Nagato. And then quite liked Amagi. And I have neither of them because I sold them both to buy the next. And, yeah. I really liked Izumo as well. Yay, finally a Citadel on a cruiser. It just took a Miyoko to do it. Thanks, Dispersion. Love you too. Oh, that Heinrich's a really tempting target. Yeah, I was feeling the moment I started moving that the Heinrich would dump torpedoes at me. Boo. There we go. Now to hope I don't get stuck on the island. At least getting stuck on this island would make a little more sense than the sheer cliff I got stuck on earlier. I should see about finishing off the rook. There we go. May as well get some health back. No reason not to. Well, I mean, the fact I'm not getting a full heal from it is a reason not to, but... Jitterboat! Latency! Even though my ping is fine. And overmatch just isn't fair. Like, that just wasn't fair to that poor bot. It didn't deserve that. I don't want to mess with another ship for a short while, though. Maybe. I have played a lot of Nebraska. Like, it's a lot of Nebraska. Could grab Venito. Actually, you know what I'll do? Grab Yumahari. This ship is kind of underwhelming. Probably better if you can aim Japanese guns, which I really just cannot do. I also need to redo a count I've done before at some point. Okay. Loading the HE, I guess. Because not long ago, like last time I was seriously playing Warships, because I've gotten burnt out a few times. There were actually more tier 10 battleships that overmatched 30mm than ones that didn't. I want to see how much worse that's gotten since my last count. Because I've seen, since coming back, like, there's Bungo, there's the new armory ship, the Italian one with 457s. The number just keeps growing.
Awaiting instructions.
I remember when that was basically the French's gimmick for their battleships, was that their tier 10 had a low gun count, but could overmatch 30 millimeters. Then their gimmick was, well, they have the fastest reload, and then Thunderer happened. And Thunderer is just kind of Republique, but was able for everyone to get without going through the battleship line. Okay, what is over here? Brindisi. Okay. How much damage do these deal? 65. I mean, like, at the same time, there's also been more 32 overmatch added, and I remember when that used to be Yamato's gimmick. Which also is just one of those things of, like... Hello, Chastad. Yes, all of my snowflakes have been taken care of. It's one of those things of, like, the people who complain about, oh, every new line, just, it's all gimmicks. Every line has always been gimmicks. Okay, there's another destroyer there. Brindisi, you are spotted. If you could, like, open fire. Thank you, little buddy. I missed.
Torpedoes to starboard. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Brindisi, please. Yeah.
The ship is on fire.
Which is kind of another thing of everyone that complains about all the gimmicks. It's like, if there weren't gimmicks, there would be no reason to play anything. There'd be no reason to ever grind another tech tree other than the one you ground at first. Like... This is gonna hurt. My bow's overmatched by him. Okay. That somehow didn't hurt. The rear turret did, though. Come on, guns, reload just a little faster. We have a beautiful target. Really? Regular pens into the citadel. And no citadels. Frickin' sign off. I should have trusted the game on that one. I figured where his secondaries were firing, my main guns might be able to hit. Frisk, could you get away from my feet, please?
Problem solved, sir.
Oh, that's a shame. Time out? No. Ow. At least I didn't get flooded.
The ship is on fire.
This is not a fun time. There is nothing over here for me to do any amount of damage to. I mean, thankfully your rewards are based on percentage of damage dealt, but still.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Yeah, that wasn't led anywhere near enough. Well, there's a fire.
Bullseye.
Oh man, a destroyer detected? Never would have thought
Heavily damaged.
that those could get detected.
Our victory is in sight. Enemy battleship destroyed. Enemy battleship sighted. The ship is on fire.
I almost feel like I need to just put that out,
Spotter returning to ship.
but I'm gonna keep eating high explosive is the problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out. No. It's gonna get to torpedo me. Hopefully I'm close enough. Thank you, buddy. It was about to hit me with a ram, basically. It's more I was about to ram it. It's trying to keep it from torpedoing me. Yeah, I think this is a loss. Because what health I have is all I've got now. Oh, I thought there was no destroyers left.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
There you go, guys. Yes, we did it! Oh, I didn't notice the points. Okay. That was close. I will fully admit that was an accident. Me doing what I needed to do. Oh man, I am lightheaded. Wow. I think I need to go lay down. Oh god. How long have I been that red in the face? Yeah, I think I need to go lay down. Shorter stream than normal, but I need to go lay down. The world is spinning now. Like, I've been feeling under the weather, which is why I get the feeling this is a precursor to me getting worse. So I'm gonna go sleep. Probably. Maybe I'll eat first. I don't know. Wow, the world is spinning. Can someone tell the world to just stop spinning? That'd be great. We'd all go flying away at high speed. But yeah, I'll be back streaming again tomorrow. Not sure exactly what, but it'll be something. Unless I am really sick, in which case I probably won't stream, which will suck, but yeah. So, hopefully I'll see y'all back here tomorrow for whatever happened to stream then. See you tomorrow.